Good morning, it's Savannah. I hope everyone's doing well today. Today I am going to be starting this winter journal, and I got the pages from the Digital Collage Club, which I will link down below, and this is the wintertime journal kit. So it came with a whole bunch of pages. It came with this cover image and some tags and other things you can fussy cut. So I'll be doing that later. But first, I wanted to just flip through the journal that I had in one of my previous videos recently, the little sketch pad that I made. I got the signature sewn in, and I just wanted to show how it turned out. So I've got this little pocket from an envelope in the front. It's just a plain sketch journal. There's nothing, no, it's not decorated at all. A couple of different shades of paper, just for some interest. But this is how this turned out. And I did elastic button closure. I fumble. And so that's that. That's how that turned out. So back to this. This is a book cover that I found at the thrift store, I believe. It's not a vintage one, but I did like the color of it. However, I don't like the width of it. So I've got these two signatures, not finished, but started. And you can see, you know, if I add a few more pages into them with just, you know, some coffee dyed paper, music paper, or whatever, it's going to probably get to about here. And then that's not giving me too much room for decorating. I don't want it too much of a gator mouth. So what I'm going to do is cut the spine out. And I'm just going to use scissors, cut straight-ish. So what's new with all of you? We've been trying to take it easy because we've had some more medical stuff going on in the family, so that's just kind of taken up all of our energy. And I've been trying to make sure to craft and distract myself with all the household stuff that needs to get done that doesn't wait for you. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. Alright, so there's that. I have this piece of thin card that was just the back of a pad of paper that I'm going to use for a new spine, and I've already cut a piece out that should fit just for saving time's sake. So that is going to lie somewhat just like that. How am I going to attach it? I think what I'm going to do is grab some washi tape. Sorry, I should have been a little bit better prepared. I tried to have everything just to hold it in place so it doesn't shift on me. If I can find the end. Maybe I can't find the end on this one. Oh, there it is. And I think what I'm going to do, that's too small of a piece. What am I doing? I think what I'm going to do is use some canvas. Save these little bits to add to something else. Use some canvas to go over this because it's stronger than regular paper, but it will also have a little bit of give to it. I think I want this a bit closer. It has a little bit of give to it, so it will be more flexible, and I don't want the spine, that looks a bit better, to be too rigid. I do want it to be able to, move easily, especially with the pages in it. Have enough space. So there's that. So canvas. I got this pack of canvas for this pad from Amazon. It's Strathmore canvas pad, and as you can see, it's very flexible. It's thin, so it won't leave a really huge bump here, but it's stronger than regular paper, so it won't be as likely to rip. So I am just going to measure a width that just barely covers the two-tone part here. So we'll go there, and I've just got my trimmer over here. So there's the width, and for the height, I think I'm maybe a little bit on the late end of doing a winter journal, because people seem to have already been, having finished them and gotten them out and everything, but this is where I'm at. So anyway, got some glue here. I am just going to use some tacky glue, which probably would have been better if I had put it on its side, so it would be close to the bottom, or close to the spout, I guess. There we go. Put this all over. Okay. Try not to get it all over the book where I don't want it. Excuse me. We have a wood furnace, and it makes it's super cozy and warm, but it tends to make the house a bit dry. And I didn't think to grab a drink of water to bring up. Okay, excuse me while I grab a wipe. Stickiness off of me. And I'm sure I will need that again. So I'm going to, sorry, my hair was probably just in that. That's not what you want to see. I'm going to stick that there. It doesn't quite go to the end, but that will get covered up anyway, so it's not a huge deal. So I made this spine 3 centimeters, which is just a little bit more than an inch. I chose 3 centimeters just because I know I'm putting 2 signatures in, and so it's easy to measure 1 centimeter for where to place them. Yeah, that's the only reason why I chose that size. The original centimeter was a little bit under an inch, so I wanted just a little bit over. Alright, so that part is done. Wipe my glue a bit so it doesn't drip all over my table. Well, that's drying. Everything on the outside. I have some inside paper. So I have this pad that I got a little while ago, and I have this love-hate relationship with Stamperia paper. I absolutely adore it. It's gorgeous, it's thick. I love that the inside covers are also patterned, but it's so beautiful that I have a really, really hard time using it. So I told myself that I am going to start using this pad that I got a while ago and that I haven't touched yet. Or maybe I cut like a tiny bit. I think I used a tiny bit for one thing. But for how long I've had it, I should be using it more. So this is, tell if you can see, this is what's in this one. It is called Precious, and it really is. It's not very wintry themed though, so I don't think I'm going to use too much of this actually, like for decorating the journal. Maybe some bits. Like something on this page would be good because it's, you know, some of these aren't too summery and the back is pretty seasonal neutral. The page I want to use though is actually the inside cover here. And again, because I don't have to worry what I'm using up on the wrong side, it's just easier to use the covers to get into it. So I'm going to use this for the inside of the journal to cover that. And it's okay if this is showing a little bit, because when I cover this part here, I'm going to leave it long to fold over. Maybe I should do that first. That would probably be the smarter thing to do. All right, so I was thinking I have these strips of coffee dyed paper that I am just going to sort of, maybe I'll use those. This one's longer, this one's a bit longer. Use these to collage over and cover that up. Maybe something sort of like that. Long enough to fold over. So I think that is what I'm going to do there. And what glue? I'm going to try with the glue stick. I don't know how well it's going to hold, but we will see. And if I have to sort of lift up a corner and fix it, that is fine. So which way do I want to have these? I think I want the sort of lighter one on the back so it's not as noticeable. So I'll do these first. Let's see, I'm still getting used to all this. I hope you can bear with me, be patient with me. I try to be prepared and then I realize what I forgot. All that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm going to put that down. Wrap that around. Apparently I didn't get it very straight, but that can be fixed. I think that's all right. Which side has more variations? I think I'll do this side. Or this side. So how's your weather, everyone? You gonna have a green Christmas or a white Christmas? Here, I don't know. It is up in the air. We got some snow, which I showed a picture on my Instagram the other day. And then today is supposed to rain for 2 days again. That's not straight. And then it's supposed, my goodness, I can't get this straight, can I? Use these lines to help. And then it is supposed to go up to like 8 degrees Celsius. which is well above freezing. So all the snow between that and the rain is going to melt, which my kids are not thrilled about. Tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer. It's supposed to go up to like 13, which is wild. I don't know what the conversion is in Fahrenheit, but 0 degrees is the freezing mark. So if that gives any kind of, you know, idea. In Canada, it is, this is already really sticky and bumpy because I used it before. It is quite mild for this close to, well, this far into December. But we came from Ontario, where it tends to get colder than it does here on the island. So, you know, that's just different for us, but maybe it's more normal here. Okay, make sure I leave enough room to fold over. Try to get it somewhat straight. I didn't ink the edges on these because I did want them not too standing out. I kind of wanted them to not become the focus or to catch the eye too much. I just kind of want it there, but not, you know, what your eye is drawn toward. All right. That will look a lot tidier, I think. And hopefully it will stick well. So anyway, today is foggy and misty and mild, and that's what it's doing here. Okay, back to this. I am all over the place. I think it goes this way. So let's measure our width here. I'm going really close to the edge there just because I know that when I close the book it's going to pull it in a little bit, and I do want to try to keep the red to be what's showing, not the cream here, just so it looks more intentional. I can always test it out before I glue it and make sure, but I can always trim more off. I can't put any more back on. Go there. And then I will trim this. When I trim it, I cut off what's going to give me the largest scrap first. So I have this big piece to play with. And there's my line. All right, let's see how I did. That should be okay. I'm going to just sort of mark or crease that. Yeah, you can see it comes out a fair bit more. I might need to trim a little bit more off, but I did want to test it before I took too much off. Give that sort of a soft crease there. Not fold it too tight. How's that going to sit? If this is down. Okay. I will take a tiny little bit more off on either side. So, is everybody just about done their holiday shopping? I think we're pretty close. I think we're just going to get a couple of more, you know, snacks to put in stockings, and that will be about it. Okay, I think that's probably good. Maybe. Now usually this goes so much better when I'm doing it on my own. And this is already lifting up because I'm doing this without letting things dry. But once you turn the camera on, projects seem to just take a mind of their own, don't they? I can fix that later. Okay, and do I want to ink these edges? I might. After I trim a tiny little bit more off. Since I already put the spine crease in, I'm taking a tiny bit off of each side instead of just putting a wider chunk off one side so that it stays even. Okay. I'm not going to ink it too much, just a little bit. I don't want it super dark, but just a little bit of definition, I guess. So, for anyone who's still watching, despite all my fumbling and not knowing what I'm doing, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate anyone who's using up their time to, be patient with me and give me a little bit of your day, and yeah, time is precious, so I know what it means to I think I trimmed this too much, didn't I? Okay. I don't have enough of the paper to do another one. So I will have to probably just put some trim on the edge. I'm going to glue this and stop messing around with it. And then if I need to, I can put some sort of decorative trim on the edges. When it closes, it's fine. When it opens, it's not. And I shouldn't have trimmed so much. Oops. So learn from my mistakes, because I tend to make a lot. Oops. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, hopefully my videos are helpful, or at least if they're not helpful, maybe they'll just be entertaining. I don't know. Alright. Spread that out to the edges. May not have enough glue here. No. So I think what I'll probably do is just put some sort of side tuck pockets on the inside, or maybe some lace trim or something just to cover up where I cut off too much. So when things go wrong, because, well, sometimes they will, and that's okay, it's just paper. And we can cover it up, and we can add more. It is not the end of the world. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, but oh well. It can be fixed, and making mistakes and having to fix them teaches us for the next time, right? Slide that down just a little bit so it covers that. So yeah, I cut just a little bit too much off. There's like a millimeter or two. Oh well. Get my fold back in there. And smooth things out. I'm going to sometimes it's a lot easier to work with fabric just because it's got some more give to it than paper for doing covers. This is probably a really weird view for you. So there's that. It's bubbling just a little bit here. See if I can pull that out. Okay, well, that's drying. Oh, I didn't even close my glue stick. Can fix this. Wipe my hands before I'm sticking to everything. Alright. So I think I should probably let this dry before I do too much more with it. And I will cover up these areas here. Now for the outside, let's see, where'd my cat go? There. For the outside of the cover, what I was thinking, I do want to use this, but I think I do want something behind it. And I'm not entirely sure what. I did have a piece of lace that I cut out. I'm not sure I love it though. I'm not sure. I also do have a piece of music sheet that I will trim down and maybe see how that goes, how that suits underneath. Maybe that will be good. Excuse the noise. Pretty much the bottom. Okay, so if I have this to go about there and there. And we will see if this kind of gives it the different dimension that it kind of feels like it needs. If I have this there, and then this, and then maybe look better without. No, make it look better with the lace. Maybe if I cut the lace straight, that would help too. But I can pretend it's intentional, right? All right, try to hold this and not shift it too much. What do you think of that? Is that even in? That's sort of in the frame. I'm not sure. Let's try clean this up. Even if I don't use it for this, I can use it for something else. My ink pad is getting a bit dry, I think. I'm probably getting close to running out of time. I have no idea. Hopefully the kids aren't making too much mess down there or anything. Not everybody was awake yet when I came up. And I figured that's probably the way to get the least interruptions, because I don't know how to edit videos. And I don't have the brain power in me right now to try to figure it out. Maybe one day, but not this week. It's a little bit better. Let's see. I'm still not sure about the lace. I don't have very many options for big lace like that. That's not too, also not too bulky. What about without it? Well, I think that I am going to stop this video for now and think about it, and I will finish the cover another time. It's just gluing things down. And I also did like the red though. That's why I chose this in the first place. I don't want to cover up all the red. Maybe that's just too big. What am I doing? No, I'm going to try trimming this down a little bit more. And then if I have to re-ink. Because I do want more of the red showing. Now the lace is too big. Oh, it's uneven anyway. As I'm saying, I'm going to do this later. I just keep going because why not? Okay. Like you pretty much don't see any of the lace now. But I can't really trim this down more because I don't want to lose that frame. Because if I cut the frame, then I'm going to lose her dress. So maybe I just leave it like this. And then I can, no, maybe I can rough up the edges a little bit on this with some sandpaper. And bring some more interest by like putting, you know, maybe, I don't know, a book plate somewhere or a cluster. Maybe that's what I'll do. I should just finish the cover, right? This is a video about making a cover. The kids are quiet. No one's needing me right now. Maybe I should just get to it and finish the cover. Make sure my music is actually facing the right direction too, would probably be good. You know what I might do? And this is going to need, if I can find them, I think we need to ink again. Of course, I can't find my deckle edge scissors. Where did I put them? They should be in this drawer. There they are. Maybe what I'll do, this is going to make a mess. Just go really close to the edge. Just enough to make it, not to lose too much of the length. It's already trimmed. Am I doing this in frame? You're probably going to hear that a lot. Am I in the video? I don't know. And this will give a little bit more interest. Sweep up. If it looks like I'm just throwing my scraps and my bits on the ground, I'm not. I have a little recycling bucket there, just so you're not thinking I'm throwing everything on the ground. Okay. Some of the ink still showed, but touch it up. I think that's all right. And I think I like that a little bit better. Yeah, I think I'm happier with that. Okay, what do I want to use? I'm just going to use glue stick and see how well that goes. I think it should be okay. If I need to fix up some edges, I can tuck in some art glitter glue under the edge or something to hold it down. But I think these glue sticks are good enough. The sort of papery texture in here on this side is definitely just going on paper. So check your directions. Always check your directions before gluing something down. That is another mistake that I've made before. I put an entire that and putting glue on the wrong side. I've done that too. That one was more frustrating because then you have a side full of shiny glue when it dries and you really can't. Yeah, you can see where I printed it the wrong size on the back. I think I'm happy with that. I know it's not going to be quite finished. It's going to need some, how sticky is that? It's going to need some embellishing, but I think I'm happy with it in general. I didn't glue that to my book. Good. Get this straight-ish. My cloth fell down. Thinking my hands are sticky. Where'd it go? Now my hands are damp. I'm going to smooth this out so there's no wrinkles. Sorry, that was probably a bit loud. Okay. So I think I'm good with that. And I think what I'm going to do, I just have a little bit of sandpaper on this. Sort of rough up the edge a little bit. Just so it doesn't look quite so new and perfect. I was kind of hoping there'd be some white that shows underneath. But even if it just looks roughed up, that's good for me. Okay. Clean up all that dust. Alright, so here is my cover so far. That's finally stuck down well. I didn't notice the smudge on the back, but maybe I'll figure out something to put on the back, or there is this that came with the kit. Looks kind of out of place to me though. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I might just leave it. And then there's this, so what I might do is, put some, it's kind of pretty really, put some lace down, can make that into a pocket, or I can just glue it down and leave it as a decoration. Anyway, this is easy to fix. I just need to think about how I'm going to do it. I think I will go over these edges just a little bit. Not the edges of each sheet, but just the spine. I might decorate this, I might not, I'm not sure yet. But that's that for now. I hope that if you stuck around this long, that you enjoyed the video and maybe got some ideas, or at the very least learned what not to do, like trim your pages too short. And I will see you next time when we start putting together signatures. So these are some of the pages that we will be using. I've already trimmed them off and started putting some together, so that will be what we do next time. Thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye!